And what's going on, everyone? My name's Dom. This is Complete Circuit Podcast, episode 26. First episode of 2021, right, Joey? As you know, I got my good friend Joe here.
Hello.
And we, of course, have Aaron.
What's going on?
And we got a new guy, Manny.
Hi.
How you doing, Manny?
Doing pretty well. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited to have you on the show. You excited?
I'm pretty excited.
This is good.
I'm pretty nervous too, but
That's okay. You'll be.
I was
It's okay.
boycotting this day.
Yeah?
Were you?
Yeah.
You were the one complaining on episode 24 at him that he didn't show up.
You know what? I can play sick too, okay? I'm not feeling good. Keep coming in.
You just gonna take that, Manny?
I'll be nice this first episode.
Okay.
better-
I'll be nice. I'll be nice.
Yeah, know your
All right.
place.
Yeah. I'll respect Joey for now.
Yeah, know your place.
Okay, well, so this week, surprisingly, towards the middle of the week, the news started kicking off like crazy. So we actually got a lot of pretty cool stories. And to start things off, did you want to start off with this one, Aaron, or did you want to start off with the other one, the Joey-related one?
The other one.
Okay, so Joey, I found this story for you.
Mhm.
And it's not necessarily tech-related, but I found it incredibly funny because it's... okay, so last week we did the KFC console. KFC rolls out new chicken sandwich, says it's, quote, playing to win the chicken sandwich.
I swear to God, it's because I'm fat that you come in here with the KFC beep,
Okay.
beep.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So every time I'm on the show, you're just going to bring up KFC now?
I might.
Even though that is pretty enticing.
I don't know. You went on that whole spiel about chicken grease masturbation on the last
Can
one.
you
So
imagine that chicken grease right there? You just bite into that nice crispy chicken.
okay, he's gonna really roll with that one. So okay, I just thought it was funny. Obviously, man, you heard about the KFC console, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, what do you think? What do you think about that?
I don't know. It looks like a PC that has chicken in it.
It can have chicken in it, right? Oh yeah, it's more or less that a $1,500 chicken warmer.
It also
Yeah.
has grease traps.
It's $1,500.
It's something like that.
2000.
Really?
Is it 2,000?
2,000?
Oh right, it is 2,000.
Rumored to be 2,000.
Oh, so they haven't sold these yet, or there's no buy page.
It
or
was
anything?
supposed to be sold
Correct.
in 2020.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like June of 2020 or some shit, or
not
November.
June.
November.
Yeah, November.
Yeah, the commercial we saw was supposed to be November. It's like they made this epic. Do we have that YouTube video, babe? No, we don't have that one. You got it. Okay, we'll find it for you later. It's like this epic trailer where they just show off this, warm your chicken while you game. It's just
I saw that Philadelphia Cheese had a pretend PlayStation 5. I don't know what it was or anything. I blocked the ad, but I thought it was pretty interesting, I guess.
they had a pretend PlayStation 5.
Yeah, it was like, I don't even know. It was like a plate state, not a plate station. It was
Philadelphia cream cheese.
yeah. It was really weird out of nowhere. Everyone's trying to make a console now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The PS5's killing it. I think I saw some they've already sold like 3.5 million units to it's like 2-1 to Microsoft right now.
What was the Philadelphia cream cheese company named their console? Creamy.
Ew. Cream Station.
Cream Station.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna let that go. That's just gonna get really bad. Okay.
I want the KFC console just because they have the grease traps.
So I was thinking about when we make a get to know Joe video.
Ooh.
It should just be you covered in chicken grease.
Like the guy in
Playing
Family
on-
Guy?
Yeah, but playing that console. The deaf guy. Yeah, the greased up deaf guy, but it's just chicken grease and it's you.
Oh, that'd be great.
So yeah, I just thought this was a fun story, just related. There's chicken sandwich wars, there's console wars. So this just popped up on the feed, and I was just like, everyone's getting into this chicken sandwich thing. Has anybody tried that Popeye's chicken sandwich? Because I never tried that Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Why do you look at me like I have?
Because I'm assuming you have.
No, I haven't.
You've never tried the Popeye's chicken sandwich.
No,
Manny,
I go to Chick-fil-A. I have class.
apparently the Popeye's one's better than Chick-fil-A.
No, it's not.
How do you know if you haven't had it?
Because I know.
Because you've had it.
Because I can judge
So-
the chicken.
You can judge the chicken that you've never seen.
I judge it from the commercials.
Next, you're gonna judge chicken.
That looks dry.
That don't look dry.
It's dry. Trust me.
Okay, I don't.
It never looks like
Have
the
you ever?
pictures.
Did you try the Popeye sandwich, Manny?
I tried it once.
Well, how was it?
Okay.
It was okay.
It was okay.
Chick-fil-A's better. In your opinion,
I don't know.
you don't know.
I don't know. They're both good, but Chick-fil-A is just, I don't know.
Oh, it's just
It's
okay
good.
for you?
Yeah, sure. It's okay. It's chicken, dude. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so now moving on to actual tech related stuff.
Boring.
This one's actually
No.
there's a bit going on with this one. So a couple things. So they make it a PS2. So finally releasing a black PS5 console, and it's PS2 themed apparently. Very limited supply. It's going on sale tomorrow as of recording this, and today's what, the 7th of January. So by the time you hear this, they will have probably already sold out. Aaron, did you say? Oh, go ahead. Do they have pricing on this?
Yes. It was / is 7. Where'd it go?
Like $750 or something?
Yeah, it was in the 7s. I thought this webpage had it in here, but I guess not.
Maybe it was a different
Or
one.
no, I think it was $645.
Jesus Christ. And then you said you shared a few details. What were those? Like something about the shipping or something.
That it's going to cost more to ship to the United States. So this console isn't being made by Sony. This is a console that has been redone by a company called Super. And so it's not actually a real Sony console. And they said that because... Okay, so here's the price. It's $649 for the console and then $99 for the controller. But the thing is that they had to take the controller completely apart in order to make it look like this.
Yeah.
Therefore, voiding any warranty on the controller.
But that doesn't make any sense. Did Sony approve this, or is this just some company that's doing this?
I haven't heard anything about Sony approving it.
Mark that down.
Oh yeah, no, I'm doing the marking right now. Aaron usually does the marking, and I'm having to do the marking now because it's a whole thing, and I'm not good at it. I thought I'd be better at it, but I am not.
Do you want to put it back over here?
No, it'll be fine. I'll figure it out. Okay, so I don't know, Joey. I know you've been talking about how you want a black PS5 for the longest time. What are your thoughts on that? Do you like the way it looks? Does it look sexy? Do you want to touch it? I know you want to say some weird sick fetish thing, so I'm just giving you all the ammo you need.
I'd rather have the one from Sony.
I hate you. Nothing. No weird sex gimmick. No.
There's no
No sexual pun. No. It's and all that stuff. Nothing. Okay, nothing.
I'd rather have the one by Sony.
I don't know if Sony. Okay.
Sony is coming out with one. They're coming out with a black console.
Okay. See, I thought they were too, and all I found was this story. And I have not been able to find, and maybe I just didn't look in the right place.
You said they were getting sued.
See, that's what I thought. It was all wrapped up in that, but I couldn't find any of that stuff. So maybe that was just some weird ass random Twitter thing. Man, did you? I don't know. Do you do a lot of Twitter stuff?
Yeah, no, I live on Twitter.
Okay, so have you seen, like have you seen this, like the Sony, like apparently
it was PlateStation.com.
Mm-hmm.
That was a website and that sold plates for the PS5 because you could but I don't know how they haven't been taken down the Super website.
Right.
They Sony reacted pretty quick to the PlateStation stuff.
Yeah.
They did, and I'm a little surprised because it seems like people really want to be able to customize this stuff, and Sony's just like they're kind of Nintendoing it a little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
But I mean, I don't know. It sounds like I had heard a story, and I didn't click on it because I don't know, I can't remember what I was doing, but effectively, a bunch of people the black console got announced, and then a bunch of people came out and they said that they were going to sue Sony because they released a black console like a month or so after, the PS5 came out. And so their thought was, well, this is bullcrap because I just bought a PS5 and I want the black one, and now I'm outside of the return policy. Now I can't get the black one. And again, but I don't think that. Yeah, Joey, there it is. I knew it was in there. Something completely inappropriate. I'm gonna put a marker down for that because I don't know how I feel about that one. I really don't know how I feel about that one. That makes me just slightly uncomfortable. Just a smidge. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. If we could find that story where Sony is actually making a black PS5 that like was announced in this time frame, we'll see if we can pull that one up maybe after the break. So any other thoughts on this? I mean, it looks cool. Like I like the idea they're going with, the nostalgic PS2.
It looks amazing, dude. But for some reason, I feel like the normal PS5 just grew on me. When I look at this black one, I'm just like, why do I need this? Maybe a black controller, right?
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
I'm gonna get some markers down because you said something very suggestive, and I just
what did I say?
you said when I look at this black one, I ask myself, why do I need this?
Because it's you know why you
The
need
white
it?
one's fine.
No,
Yeah.
and it doesn't make people enjoy. It's full of
I'm just marking away. I gotta do it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
it's just full of life. Better.
Just in case.
Yes.
All of that stuff. What the? Oh my god. Yeah, I do agree with you. At first, the only thing I don't like about it is that the disc one is not symmetrical. I feel like they could have added a little.
Dude, and I recently put mine on its side.
Yeah.
And it looks so wrong.
Yeah, it does.
needs to be standing up.
Yeah, it does.
100% needs to be standing up.
1,000,000,000%.
Yeah.
Have you seen the people that have been talking about apparently like one of the business managers at Sony had their PS5 upside down? You saw that on Twitter? Yeah. And he didn't know. So he posted that. People were freaking out because Sony says, do not have this thing upside down. Like, it's not good for it. It's not designed to be that way.
Yeah.
And now there's articles coming out saying, oh, yeah, I've had my PS5 upside down. But this guy who works...
He's like the head of like PlayStation like, in Europe or something. Like, he's...
They deleted the tweet, too, like within minutes.
Yeah, it was... his name is Herman Holtz, I'm pretty sure. Let me Google that to be...
Oh, that's
sure.
that's funny. Yeah, it was. Yeah, people were going nuts. I think this was. It's funny with Twitter. Like, I don't understand the point of deleting tweets because you know that there are people who dedicate their lives to capturing tweets. Like, it's going to get out there. You said it. It's done. And I saw an article today on Kotaku. Someone saying that they've had their PS5 upside down the whole time and it works fine. Admittedly, it does look like. Intuitively, it looks like if you're going to put it horizontally, that's the way it should go. Is that a cat? Oh, nice.
Oh, he edited the video, that's why.
Oh, did he?
The original video it wasn't cropped, so it showed the PS5 underneath the cat. He's the head of Worldwide Studios, PlayStation Worldwide Studios.
Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah, that was quite a thing. But I mean, it does need to go vertical. Like, it looks like it belongs vertical. Yeah, this. I don't understand why they would why they wouldn't just give it like, it would look like it has hips. If they just put that shape, I almost swore, on the other side. What are you doing over there, Joey?
Oh.
Joey's got for those of you who are not watching, Joey has an incredibly guilty face as he's looking down at the ground. What do you got down there?
So is this what
Ew.
they meant when they said upside down?
Yes.
Yeah, like that.
Okay,
Like that.
because I honestly thought that upside down was vertical upside down.
No. This.
Oh, what the?
I was very confused how someone could be that silly.
Yeah. No. That'd probably be the worst thing.
Yeah.
Not tested for that layout, but I don't know.
Top heavy.
But I do agree. It is growing on me. I don't think it's going to age well, but for right now, I think it's alright.
Dude, once that
Yeah.
Slim comes out, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
We're gonna look at this and just be like, get this out of here.
Yeah. It's like the original PS3. I love that design. Do you remember that? Do you remember the original PS3 design?
The really fat one.
Yeah.
It's like,
Marker.
That's the way I like
No, you're good. No, you're good. Oh my god, he's new and he's with me already.
I really
Okay.
like
Okay.
big.
I mean, I'm the one who's got to go through the markers there, and so at this point, I can do as many as I need to. Okay, so what do you think of the Series X though?
I like it more than the PS5.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's slowly. At first, like though, I
Dude,
like.
you look at it, and it is the most powerful console, whether it is or isn't, right?
Right.
Just by the image alone, it's just like, yeah, I don't want to say anything else regarding colors and stuff, but it's just really,
It's just
yeah.
Yeah, no, I like it because, and with the One X, I really liked it because like it's just neutral. Like, you put it in a bookshelf, and that's how I had it for the longest time. And it's just it just blends in. It's not meant to be in your face, and I'm starting to appreciate that look more and more. Yeah.
It's funny that you say that, actually, because I don't know if you saw how the the Series S was revealed.
Yeah.
How he had it in the bookshelf.
Yeah, he did.
Behind him the whole time. When they
Spencer.
announced, in like May or June, way before they announced it, which is like crazy. It's
Yeah.
that small.
It,
Right,
yeah,
that's
it was
funny.
there in plain sight the whole time. Phil Spencer had it in one of his webcam things that he was doing live on whatever E3 event it was, and it was there in plain sight the whole time, and nobody knew until they announced the consoles. Like, here, this is what the 1S is going to look like, and then people went and saw it in the footage, and it was like, oh my god, it was there the whole time. Which I thought that was I think that's pretty crazy. Like,
It is.
that's
You
a
would
cool stunt.
expect one person to at least catch on or
Yeah.
be like, oh, is this a new console?
Yeah, it's fun. Remember when John Oliver did that segment in his background? He was changing it every week, and he put like weird random
Yeah.
trolling stuff up there, and nobody caught it amongst all the other things that they noticed.
Yeah.
That's just I like that kind of stuff. That's cool. Well, regardless of upside down PS5s, and I'm waiting for what Joey, do I need to keep bringing up chicken stories to keep you focused? Because that's when I get the most engagement out of you. Or talking about he's just dead staring me in the face right now. He doesn't know what to do. I'm trying to embrace your recent character discovery, and
There's nothing to talk about.
okay, that's fine. I got more queued up.
All it is just this white box. I like him dark.
Chirp, chirp.
You got crickets from Aaron. Okay. All right, Aaron, what you got next for us?
Okay, so this happened a long time ago, but it has been circling the internet right now. So we thought we wanted to cover it too. Microsoft tried to buy Nintendo in 2000, but apparently got laughed out of the room by Nintendo.
I'll let you guys absorb this one. You just share your thoughts as you get them, because I know mine are already.
Specifically, he said, they just laughed their asses off. Like, imagine an hour of somebody just laughing at you. That was kind of how the meeting went.
Joey's doing the creepy face. Yeah. I wish we had known this a long time ago. I mean, go ahead. I've been rambling on. I want to hear something.
No, I want to hear your thoughts.
Want to hear my thoughts?
Yeah, you go first.
I think
It's your show.
I mean, it's our show. You know, I do run things. Although Joey is, yeah, he does that. My initial thought was, like, Microsoft really wanted to get into gaming, and then they thought they could buy Nintendo. But to my understanding, Nintendo has like never had debt ever. Even when they've had the Wii U, which is their worst selling product, I think, of all time, even more than the Virtual Boy, they still. You know what I'm saying? They just never incurred debt because they're all like, they do like the Apple type thing where everything's just enclosed. Everything's Nintendo. So my curiosity is, for one thing, why is the story kind of trending now? And number two, like, I mean, like I don't know. That's where about my thoughts end on that one. Because it's like, I mean, haha, that's funny, I guess, is really all there is to it. I thought there was a lot more depth in my of my thoughts in my head than I actually had, but I didn't.
It's funny, but like when you think about it, I think if this were to happen, we obviously wouldn't have had the Wii, right? The success of the Wii and
Right.
stuff like that. I think we would have gotten like all the GameCube games maybe on Xbox, right? Instead of, you know, because those would already have been in the works after they published whatever was on the N64. My only question though is, do you think Mario would have sold more Kinects?
That's a really interesting question.
That is an interesting question.
Aaron, what are your thoughts on it? Because you have now like fallen in love with everything Mario. No. So when I got the Switch, I was like, here, Aaron, try this Yoshi game. And she's like, no, I don't want to. I'm like, try it. You're going to like it. And then I didn't get my Switch back for like a month. And she got all the little sunshine flowers and stars and everything. Like, she maxed out the game. So I'm like, okay, that was great because she's doing that and I can do my thing. And then I got another game, which was Mario Odyssey.
Mhm.
And again, another like 800 hours just of playtime. And now she's got her own Switch and she loves Super Mario Land and she wants to go see that guy that was a whole thing from last week. That was funny. And so I'm just curious, Aaron, if they made a Mario Kinect game, because you love the Kinect too.
Mm-hmm. You know,
You actually have to do the woohoo.
I'm trying to think because, like, what would you
Yippee.
just run in place and then jump? Like, you could make it a really fun activity for exercise if you have, you know, those like, I don't know what they're called. The games that are just like a path and then you have to like run and dodge things and like collect things and stuff. You
Oh,
could
like
do something
Temple Run
like
or
that.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do like a Mario Run kind
But
of thing,
just-
which I think they actually made at one point for your phone. But
That's a mobile one.
you like
Yeah.
ting as you run. So you're just like
No.
running
What the hell is he
and
doing?
then dodging and
Joey's observing.
got jump over turtle shells.
So that sounds like something you would at least try. I'm very certain that you would try it.
Oh yeah. probably
Do
try
I
it.
think it would sell? It probably would have sold. I don't think the Wii. I think the Wii was appealing not because of Mario, but because of Wii Sports and Wii Bowling. And the only reason the Kinect exists is because of the success of Wii Sports.
You're right, actually.
Yeah.
You're right. So that we wouldn't have gotten a Kinect then,
Right.
probably.
So
But then again, PlayStation had the iToy on the PS2, right?
they did,
So
but that was for some weird online connectivity stuff. Sony then later made a new iToy and introduced the butt
controllers.
plug move controllers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very weird looking, which that never took off either. They work for VR and they work well, but I wish they would update the design of those damn things. But that is an interesting. Yeah, it would be interesting to think of how different the gaming landscape would be right now if that had taken place.
Yeah.
It also makes me wonder, like, how confident Microsoft is in their Xbox line, especially with the that's going on right now. I mean, the PS5 videos on the channel outperform the Xbox ones like
Substantially.
like significantly, and on all metrics. I put an Xbox video up, it'll get a bunch of impressions, but nobody watches it. I put a PS5 video up, not as many impressions, but a way higher click-through rate. Like, nobody wants to, and engagement too. So like, just nobody really seems to be into the Xbox. Even people,
they don't have exclusives. That's it.
Yeah, they really don't.
They only have Yakuza 7, but that's coming to PlayStation this year, so it's
They just can't win.
that's
Yep.
it.
Without the Halo thing, I was thinking about this earlier. What do you think about if, so like they did Xbox 360, PS3, right? So the Xbox 360 came out first, and the PS3 came out. What do you think Microsoft's position would be if they had delayed that console for one more year, and then give it time to build up exclusives, but then it's more powerful than it is now? No,
They had to release.
they
Or else PlayStation would have just dominated this holiday. That's it. People who would have gotten Xboxes would have gotten PlayStations.
yeah. It was already that close of a
They had
line.
to. They had no choice, dude.
That sucks. I don't know what they're gonna do. Hopefully some exclusives come out, and hopefully Halo Infinite's good, because if it's not groundbreaking, they're screwed.
Yeah.
I think they're done.
Yeah. They are.
What's wrong, Joey?
Nothing.
You've been very polite.
Joey, do you play Halo?
Yeah.
Are you excited for the new Halo?
No.
What do they have to do to make you excited?
They would have to add
Please don't say it.
moduling
What?
where you can customize your own penis.
Okay.
That'd be great. Just
sounds
like in
great.
Cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that, man? The Cyberpunk penis customization?
Yeah.
How about you mark yours now?
No, your penis is okay.
No.
You said other words.
I said penis.
No, before that, you know what you said.
I said
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying. You can't say
my middle name is
that's. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna beep that because I know it's not, but I'm gonna beep that.
No, it really is. I swear to God.
Even if it is, I don't care.
I'll tell you what. I swear on my friendship with you.
That's fine. But regardless of what your middle name is, everyone's going to know what the hell you're saying. They're already going to know, but it doesn't matter. In the context of penis, you know what he's saying. You know what word he's saying.
I want to be able to customize my.
Okay.
So that's what I would like.
Okay, maybe I'll leave those in. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I mean, technically speaking, it's not inappropriate. So it's just, you want to. I'll give you that. What was the other story? There was one that was. Which one do you have queued up next?
The Xbox controller with the double A's. But real quick,
Yes.
before we get into that, just so everyone knows, the reason why this has become popular or been circulating recently is because Bloomberg recently made an article called Xbox: The Oral History of an American Video Game Empire, January 6th of 2021, and that was stated in here.
Oh,
So
I
we
see.
just found out about that
Okay.
January 6th via Bloomberg or
It-
via.
It would be funny too to see the Nintendo guys just laughing at the Americans. Oh
be
no,
really
no, no, no! I'm not doing any accents. That'll get us. No, don't you dare, Joey. Yeah, I timed that perfectly. Okay. That's all beeped. Okay. This is the one I saw, and I got super excited about this because I've been talking about this. Joey and Aaron will both tell you, and I've talked about this in numerous videos on the PlayStation controllers have always had rechargeable batteries. Xbox 360, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X do not. The Xbox Elite controller has rechargeable batteries, but I always wondered, like, okay, outside of the hot swap ability of it, which you could still technically have a battery pack that just comes with the controller because they're the same price, right? So you spend at least PS4 and Xbox One controllers, both $60. PS4 controller, you got the rechargeable battery. So in my opinion, it was a better value. You just have to remember to recharge the thing, and you could always just plug it in because it came with the cable. And then the Xbox, like the advantage was you could hot swap the batteries. And I've been talking about, and I've been trying to figure this out, like where the preference is, why they're still continuing to do this. And here is your answer, which is effectively they have a Duracell deal.
I think I saw that this got like disproven by Microsoft earlier today.
Did it?
They commented on it at least.
Oh, they
okay. I'm pretty sure.
I am curious to see because this is and apparently I'm not the only one who's kind of been like confused about why the controllers have never had rechargeable battery stock. And it wouldn't surprise me to find out that this is the case. It's just a legal thing.
Maybe just tax reasons, honestly, when you're importing it from somewhere, right?
I mean, it definitely would be cheaper to manufacture. That's for sure without lithium ion. There's a bunch of regulations and stuff that goes into that. But I know it's a small story, but this was just something I've talked about frequently, and so it was just interesting that this popped up.
Crickets.
I do think that it's interesting. And at the bottom of this article, it says that Xbox hasn't responded to them yet, but they did tell MCV/develop in a statement via Kotaku, we intentionally offer consumers choice in their battery solutions for our standard Xbox wireless controllers. This includes the use of AA batteries from any brand, the Xbox rechargeable battery, charging solutions from our partners, or a USB-C cable, which can power the controller when plugged into the console or PC. Though I didn't know that they did that.
Mm-hmm. But what'd you say?
So the first time I read this, I thought they were saying that you can buy their console with whatever controller you want. Like you get to pick which controller comes with your console. But is that true?
No.
Or is it just they offer them?
You could buy the play and charge kits, I think is the thing. If you want AA, you can do AA if you want, but you have to spend another $25.
Yeah, they're still forcing you to spend more.
As long as you don't get that KFC controller. That was finger clicking good. That was abysmal. I don't know if we even did this in the show last week. I looked up apparently like reviews of it, and it's like abysmal. Like it's shaped like first party, but it is not first party. Like
the controller?
Yeah, the KFC Xbox controller. I don't know. What happened, Joey? You're sighing.
I don't know if you guys have. No,
go ahead.
It's another. Came across the story and it's about Apple, so I don't know. I know you sent me a bunch of stories. I don't know what stories you sent me. If you had any Apple stories.
Which one is it?
So this one is about the two iPhone 13 Pro models will use 120 hertz LTPO OLED displays from Samsung.
I have heard about that. That news just popped today, I heard.
However, reading into this, according to this article, that is not going to be the case. In fact, it's saying that the vanilla iPhone 13 Duo will continue using the older LTPS panels, which probably means they'll stick to 60 hertz for another year. That will change in 2022, as Apple's reported plan on using only LTPO OLEDs for all four iPhone 4. So I'm guessing this is how it is. So it looks like probably certain iPhones are going to get the full 120 hertz, but then other phones are still going to be 60. And then 2022 will be all 4 models.
And I can see how the Pros would need to be 120. The Pro should have ProMotion from the beginning, but I mean, at least they're doing something.
I know I came across something else that the iPhone 13 is supposed to have. What was that? Well, anyways, I won't keep it.
No, it's fine. If you find it, let us know. There is an Apple story, although I forgot which one it was. Don't we have an Apple story queued up?
We do.
Okay. Well, I think we're like halfway to the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was just a tiny story about the Xbox controller. It's just one of those things that's just kind of like it's first world problems. I mean, that's all it really is. Is this more Cyberpunk bug stuff?
It's an ad.
There it is.
But it is interesting because with the whole controllers using the AA batteries, they recently sent out oops, my webpage didn't load. They sent out a survey asking people if there are features of the PS5 controller that they like better. And the specific question is, I am aware of features on PlayStation controllers that I wish were on the controller that came with this console. And you can agree, neither disagree, the whole scale.
Yes, no, and what does that say? I'm not sure. This is effectively a 1-year-old survey here. But again, I find the PS5 controller is killing it right now. I mean, I put up that controller rant, and it's getting views. Like nobody likes this Xbox controller that I've heard of.
I like the PS5 controllers, but I still like the way it feels of your Elite controller.
Oh yeah, the Elite controller is phenomenal. This is the Series X controller slightly different. I don't even think you. Okay, I'll let you guys hold it after. I'll let you guys hold it after the show.
I held it.
Did you hold it, Joey? Oh right, because you were here for the unboxing. That's when I let you hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With both hands, cradled it, pet it.
Okay, that is the microphone stand making that creak. It is not anything else.
Sure.
Just watch the video on YouTube and you'll see it's just the.
So I did find that switching gears. I did find that the iPhone thing.
Okay.
So the entire iPhone 13 lineup is to feature LiDAR scanner.
Oh, they'll all have LiDAR?
Not just Pro models, yeah.
What's that for?
LiDAR is that thing that like automated cars use. It's effectively like a light shield that tells the phone the way objects are shaped and it's like how close the stuff is to it. So the iPhone 12 has like incredible autofocus because it effectively like for example, you want to use AR, so you want to do that thing where you could like measure stuff, or like you could go on Amazon and look at how a couch looks in your room. Because it's able to measure the room using light, it's able to better properly understand its orientation in the room.
Like our phones have LiDAR.
Yeah. And the focus on that phone is excellent because it always knows the perfect distance between the subjects. So, I mean, them adding that is cool. I want to see. I mean, I really only care about that in the context of Apple glasses. Like that's really the only thing. And I heard more stuff supposedly those are coming out this year. I don't know if you heard about the Apple glasses.
No.
Might have to find that. We might have to find that during the break, dude.
I still can't believe it. I mean, I get it. Oh.
Yep, there it is.
That's interesting that they're going to partner with Samsung for their new iPhones for the LTPO OLED.
Yeah. Samsung makes the best panels, man.
I mean, I know they've been dealing with Samsung's been with them since day one.
Yeah.
Of
Sharp made some screens at one point, I think.
Well, no, I'm not even talking about screens. I'm talking about even the components inside.
Yeah, processors, flash storage.
iPhone had Samsung stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, who knows what if Apple does anything for Samsung? I don't know. If Samsung has reached out to them for stuff, I don't know.
Yeah, no, Apple isn't technically a manufacturer. Like the stuff that they make for themselves. I don't think they sell third. Like you can't say. But I wouldn't be surprised to find out that Apple's working on their own panel. And chances are, when they do put Touch ID in the screen, it'll be some new technology.
That's what they're doing. Why they're bringing Samsung on is because they're going to put Touch ID into the screen.
Yeah, see, I don't think they're going to do it with the Samsung panel, though. I think they're going to make their own factories where they make their own displays, just like they do with ARM now.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did with the Samsung display. It's proven to work.
Yeah, but that's... You know what I'm saying? I mean, it could.
No, I agree with Joey.
Oh, do you?
I mean, why would Apple go through all the time and effort just to make a new display when there's already one out there?
Because they can call it the Apple display and charge more for it, like they do with their processors.
What they can do is use the Samsung display, right?
Right.
But when they put the promotion in there, that's when they can actually do it.
Yeah, but I'm saying like from the ground up. So they would say 30% better battery life than your typical OLED and brighter colors. And
what you're saying though is that they're going to design a whole screen and then Samsung's going to manufacture it.
No, they would. So their engineers would like create it and then they send it to whichever factory, like a Wistron factory, and then they will assemble it, but it'll be of their design, not of a Samsung design.
Dude. That's like a lot of money.
Yeah,
it's Apple. They spend more on R&D than any other company in the entire world. I think it's like $13 billion a quarter.
I know, but I really think they would just use the Samsung and call it a day.
Yeah, because
that's what I'm thinking.
Right, because Joey's right, because like the in-display fingerprint stuff was in the S10, right? That's when they introduced it. That was like 2 years ago. At this point,
I think you're right.
I think so. They had some before. Yeah, Samsung introduced it. I think it was the S10. I know the Note 10. The Note 10 has it, and it works great. Like, honestly, like if it was just this from the Note 10, I'd be fine. I'd be totally fine with that. Like this has been perfectly adequate. I do wish, the only thing I wish Apple would do is that the whole screen can recognize fingerprints, so you don't have to have that precision. Because sometimes, occasionally, like you get used to it and you know where to put your finger.
Yeah.
But you still have to look at the phone and look at that spot. So it would be cool if you could use like all your fingers.
Just do the iPad Air.
I just want them to
Touch ID on the side,
bezel-less. There's no need for bezels anymore. There really isn't. Especially with this design, you can make this bezel-less.
And making it affordable are two different things, because there's manufacturing components that go into that. Because like, for example, let's say they made it bezel-less, but it fails the drop tests. Yeah, but what they didn't make this technically bezel-less. They just curved it. So they just took the screen off to the edges, and then there's still a bezel. Like it's now, mind you. Let me see. Hold on. I'm looking at this 10 here. Yeah. See, there's large bezels here on the bottom, but what they did is they effectively to get around that, they just bleed the screen into the sides and put the bezels there. So when you're looking at it, it appears as though they're not there, but they are. And the problem with the Edge display is that, well, you have those accidental touches.
I wouldn't mind paying the extra money for bezel-less.
No, well, no, it's an issue of, so for example, when I was working at I'll probably have to beep that whole section out. When I was working for a company that was doing manufacturing or like doing R&D stuff, it was like we were doing contracting R&D stuff for like a bunch of different companies. One of the things that they said I learned, because I was just doing IT for them, and I was talking to one of the engineers. It's like, well, why don't they make this and this and this? Like, well, they can. The problem is, how do you manufacture it for cheap? Because sure, you could make a phone that's transparent and can become huge, but if you can't manufacture it without it costing $10,000, and your target market is someone who's going to spend only $800 on it, you're never going to be able to sell it. You have to be able to manufacture it for cheap. So theoretically, let's say they made that phone with no bezels, and let's say that phone fails the drop test, and they can't figure out a way to make it structurally rigid. The way to do it is by putting a very expensive metal in there. Well, that boosts the cost up significantly. No one's going to buy it. So until that's the kind of nuances that go into. There's a lot of stuff that goes in that I wish companies are more transparent about. Because they could easily answer that question. I, for the longest time, asked, why did Apple, when they had the home button, not make that a little joystick for games? Remember when they had the home button and they had a Touch ID? I thought to myself, that'd be a little perfect little, instead of having to put your finger on the screen to make your character move around, why don't they just make that thing?
Oh, like a mouse pad?
Yeah, like a little. And so I asked somebody who visited Apple for this one particular thing. He said, oh, yeah, no, they tried, but there's a patent out on it. And there was a bunch of other legal stuff. So, like, I would just love to see the background. I wish there would just be a little bit more transparent, because I think people would be happier if they just kind of knew, like, what companies were thinking.
We just have to go to Apple ourselves.
All right, let's go. All right, we're closing the podcast. All right, thank you, everybody, for watching.
Yeah. We need to fly out to California, go to the Apple, do the tour.
That would be cool.
And then, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, we'll make a left while they go straight.
Fine, dude. Can you imagine what their a never-ending gobstopper would be? Be like time travel.
It'd be like an AirPod with like taste really good for some reason.
Speaking of time travel,
a tongue pod.
Speaking of that, you remember when we were talking about to get to point A to point B and like that?
Yeah, wormholes.
Something like that. You're right. There was an article out that they found that you can. They were found a thing where they can actually do that.
They have done it, or they found a possible way to do it.
Exactly, possible.
Oh, I mean, that would be interesting. You because there's a whole science whole level of science to that, and I'm not gonna bore anybody with that.
No, I know. I mean, but I meant to tell you that, but it also fits in with tech. So
I mean,
kind of
technically,
science
in tech. I mean, yeah, the world science only. Well, tech
and you have to use technology to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cyclical, right?
Okay,
You go in science, do the tech. Anyway.
Hypothetically, hold on.
Okay.
Going off of what Joey's. Hold on, I'm on Joey's team right now. Okay.
There's teams
So,
now. He was supposed to betray you, and now you guys are teaming up.
No,
Okay.
hypothetically, I want to ask you guys this before we move on. If there is a mode to teleport from point A to point B, but every time you teleported, you technically die, and they just rebuild you at the other side, would you still do it?
That gets into a whole bunch of philosophical arguments about what a soul is and what identity.
I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you if you die and you come back, you wouldn't even know you're dead, but you technically die. So essentially, you're just making copies of yourself until
right. So you effectively take the quantum information of everything that's in your body, you transport that to a new set of molecules in mass, and then you eliminate from existence that stuff because you can't have two. Yeah, I know this. Again, probably
would you do it. Aaron, would you do it?
If I come back as the same person, probably.
No side effects. You just like technically die.
Yeah, but
it's a moral question more than anything, right? Or am I stupid?
No, it's so the concept is like it's sort of like the same question of when you go to sleep, is the person you wake up as the same person?
Yeah.
Because it's is the entity that exists like the observer that's in your own mind as you go and you teleport right into quantum teleportation, whatever you want to call it. Is that person still you? There's no way for the outside world to be able to tell, and that person no longer exists that we know for sure was you. So is that same existence now been moved over, or is just a copy of that existence?
Is Eminem cloned?
He would say he is. Joey's been trying to bring Eminem into this into this show for a while, and that's his way of sneaking stuff in. No, Joey, no celebrity gossip.
I'm just saying, there's people out there that says Eminem was cloned.
He might have been,
and the real Eminem's dead.
And Kanye and Kim Kardashian are getting a divorce.
Yay!
You got a thing for Kim K?
No.
Why are you yaying?
Because I don't like them. They deserve to be miserable.
Oh my god.
That is...
Okay.
That was a lot. Okay, well. I don't even know what the... Oh my god. Okay. So we got this story here, Apple leaks, which I would like to get more Apple leaks, especially with this iPhone 13 stuff. I think it'd be cool to cover like a lot more of the Apple leaks. Joey just did a gesture. He got up real fast. Did he see something?
Magic keyboard upgrade?
Yeah, it's a new Magic keyboard.
Oh.
You're not going to get an upgrade for free. Joey has a tendency to demand companies give him stuff for free.
We should. No, we should.
Thank you. I mean, this is what I've been trying to say.
Okay, here. No, this is interesting, right? Because this is good topics. So bringing up an old topic. So when the Cyberpunk fiasco happened with all the bugs, Joey's thought was, and we talked about this back and forth, and it was a very interesting conversation. But Joey's thought was that CD Projekt Red should basically like refund all the money, but you get to keep a copy of the game. So they get zero cash from all the copies, and also give the DLC for free.
Okay, that's.
And I was like,
next topic.
Wait, hold on. You're saying that wrong.
I was okay.
No,
you
I said that what they needed to do is the DLC. The people that, so if the people with the DLC, instead of releasing and charging people for it again, give that for free.
No, you said the game for free, 100%.
Well, yeah, I mean the game. I'm sorry, not DLC, the game. But they're gonna re-release it, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I'm saying the re-release one you give out for free.
Right, and then charge for the DLC.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that they would never be able to do that because they can't afford it. But that was just an interesting. It was an interesting concept.
It was one of my things, Manny. The thing is I was saying is if they do that and get back in good graces with people, because he's looking forward to eventually like a Witcher 4.
Yeah.
If you do that, you get in good graces with people, and they see that game is playable and it's what it's supposed to be, then they'll make that money off The Witcher 4, their next project, because they actually went back, fixed what was wrong, re-released it, and gave it to people for free, said, sorry, here's this, people will love it, and then they'll make that money back when they release something else, which probably would be The Witcher 4. That's what I was saying.
Right, but they need money to be able to develop The Witcher 4.
I understand.
That's the problem.
I get that. But my thing is there's always a way around.
I mean, if you don't have a way to pay your developers, there's no way around it.
What I'm saying is
they're not all gonna work for free.
Most of these people have excellent credit scores.
So what are they just gonna start taking out MasterCards and just
take out a big loan?
Oh yeah, that makes.
Take out a loan.
Yeah, 30% interest. All of you guys,
they ain't gonna get 30%.
Okay, so but
what I'm saying is, you take out a loan. You will make double what you just had to take out for that loan. You will pay that off and still make profit.
I don't think that's how any of finances of anything work. And I don't think any VC or any financial advisor would recommend that each employee take out a loan.
I'm not saying each employee. I'm talking about just the company itself.
Right, but in order to take out a loan of that size, you need to have something reputable. CD Projekt Red is screwed right now. Loans are usually from venture capitalists of that size. A bank is like a Bank of America is not going to give you $300 million to produce a video game. Like there's not going to do it, and they're not going to see any returns on it for possibly 8 years. They're not going to do that. It takes time to develop a game, especially a game the size of the Witcher series.
But they already have the blueprint.
It doesn't matter. You still have to code, asset, QA, test, marketing, debugging. And it's as simple as that. You see how we do things here, Manny? How are you liking the show so far? I know we're kind of going all over the place, but
I'm having fun.
You having fun? That's good.
Yeah, you better have fun. Otherwise, I'm gonna take a baseball bat and split your head open.
Did he do a weird wink when he said that? I feel like he said splat, but his face did a. What the?
I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. Oh, let's continue.
Okay. Something interesting's happening. Well, you know what, guys? It's about time for break. You want to take a... Damn it! Every time. I hate him. I thought for a minute we were going to have a show where he doesn't mention that website, but I guess I was wrong. Okay, we're done. We'll be back. And we're back. And Joey's refusing to put on his headphones. He's throwing a tantrum again because Joey does not want to make faces that don't involve... Well, I'm not going to say what he was doing just a second ago before we started after the break, but now he's cracking his knuckles. He's getting violent. I'll tell you what. We got a couple more stories, and then I was thinking we could end the show kind of talking about what we hope to see this year for 2021, because I think there's going to be like a big, awesome year for tech stuff. So, did we? I don't think we talked about this story yet.
We did not.
Okay. So Erin had this iPad that she has been flaunting in front of me.
I haven't been flaunting it.
She's been flaunting it.
I've been using it.
And Joey has been too. Flaunting. But he doesn't have the magic keyboard. Do you have the magic keyboard? Joey doesn't have the magic keyboard. But Erin has the magic keyboard, and they both know that I want this iPad. And I want to upgrade my original iPad Pro, which still works just fine. It's having some issues. So she has been just shoving in my face this iPad with her pencil. And
you have a pencil too.
The one you have to stick into the hole. Wow, that was bad. The one you got, you put it to charge the lightning port. Yours is the magnetic and attachable.
Yeah, mine's much better.
Hey, Dom, accurate.
And it's round.
Shut the hell up, Joey.
Accurate.
Do I have to remind you of how this episode started?
Accurate, yeah.
Aaron, could you pull up the article about the PlayStation, the black PlayStation, just so Joey can see it? You want to go there?
I mean, there's nothing to go there.
Or you want to pull up the chicken grease story, the KFC console?
That's fine. You can pull up that. I don't know what you're getting at.
It don't matter. So, we have Magic Keyboard Apple leaks.
Waste of air.
That was a waste of air. And there were some interesting little things in here. Now, I am super in love with what Apple did with the keyboard, and especially from the folio thing. I don't know if you guys have ever messed with that thing, but it's awful from the original iPad. So like anything about this is awesome, and I'm thinking I'm going to get, if this year's iPad Pro is going to have 5G, then I'm going to go ahead and upgrade. Because at the very least, that to me will be worth, even though 5G kind of sucks right now. So that was kind of why
I like the 5G. I haven't had issues.
We won't have issues. It's just not as fast. Try downloading a Netflix series. That's what I'm trying to, you're going to get web pages fast, sure. But LTE, if you were to download like a video, like download a large file, that's when you'll see the problems.
All I know is the problem is that Magic Keyboard's $299.
And wait, do you have your phone in 5G only or smart 5G?
Oh.
Okay, so Apple actually was pretty clever with this. The phone will use 4G LTE for standard tasks, iMessages, YouTube videos, basic stuff. The second it needs more bandwidth, it'll switch over to 5G. So chances are the thing you've been experiencing isn't even freaking 5G.
Even though it says 5G.
It says 5G, but it doesn't always use 5G. It's a battery savings thing.
All I know is that Magic Keyboard's $299.
It's an expensive ass keyboard. And I don't understand. Well, no, I do understand why it's relatively expensive.
I don't. The Magic Keyboard that you can get for your
for
iPad.
the computer, yeah,
or not iPad, Mac. Yeah, it's $100 and something bucks.
160.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. I mean, even if you factor in all the magnets, the weight distribution stuff, because like the keyboard itself is heavy. It's actually heavier than the iPad.
I mean, is it because it has a little trackpad?
Technically speaking, there's a little trackpad, albeit it's tiny. I don't know how often you use the trackpad on yours, Aaron.
All the time.
Do you use it all the time?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. When I had my Magic Mouse paired up to my iPad, I used that. I was using that a lot. It's a bit of a pain in the ass sometimes, just because you have to, when you need to charge it, you have to plug it into a different Apple product, and then. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know. Hopefully, we can cover a lot more of the Apple leaks this year. Was there anything like particular about the changes they were going to do for this upgrade for the Magic Keyboard, Aaron, or no?
So pretty much, according to the patents, like they're all pretty standard. Like it looks almost the exact same as it is now. So it's looking that it's just going to be an internal hardware upgrade. And based on the classifications of the patents, it's looking like it's possible that they may be putting microphones into the iPad Pro.
Into the keyboard or into the...
Oh, the microphones in your keyboard would be used to control your iPad Pro, which I don't understand why that would be a thing because your iPad already has a microphone. But that's what it's saying. And
okay, that's weird.
So that
Fair
the
enough.
device could interpret when your fingers hit the keyboard or your desk.
Huh. I don't know. I'm sure they'll have some weird ass thing and they'll call it like Smart Pad Air listening or some crazy super easy marketing word. I don't know. We'll continue to follow the story along with any iPhone 13 leaks and stuff like that. I know you've had found some stuff, Jerry. So I definitely want to do a lot more of this year because I think the iPhone 13. That's right. I'm pointing. You're gonna just point back at me. I just realized we're wearing the same black shirt. And he's pointing. Screw you. Okay. Last thing, and everybody in this room is an iPhone user. And this was a story I saw today. I want to hear everybody's opinion on this. Starting with Joey.
I'm an Android user.
Supposedly, there's talks of Apple bringing iMessage to Android.
It's not what this article says.
This is not the only place that I saw this.
Because this is an opinion piece.
This is an opinion piece, yes. But there was another article, and I will try to find it, of talking about iMessage on Android. Let me see if I could find it, because maybe I'm misquoting. Hold on. iMessage on Android. And even if it's not a new story, at the very least, this opinion piece is an interesting thing.
What you're saying
it definitely is.
All the whatever.
No, go ahead, Joey.
All that work that I did on that Samsung phone, trying to hack it to make it an iMessage.
Why would you try to hack your Android phone to make it an iPhone when you already have an iPhone?
Because I wanted the iMessage feature.
But you already have the iMessage feature.
Yeah, I know, but if I text you off my Android, I wanted to,
Well, then get a second, and then you would have just got an iPhone.
Yeah, but I already had that phone, so I wanted to try to change it to iPhone.
I've heard of people successfully doing that, but it's few and far between. Like, it's like the same concept as like Hackintoshes and stuff. I don't know. I think it's, you know what? Apple Music going on other platforms, I think, was an incredibly stupid thing. Like, if they're gonna just like pick,
I don't think that was stupid.
You don't think them putting Apple Music on different platforms was dumb?
Why would it be?
I mean, their whole philosophy has kind of been the Apple ecosystem's the Apple ecosystem. Like, if they're gonna then put Spotify on the HomePod. Like, if you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's either exclusive or it's not.
Yeah, but the problem is that not everything lets Apple Music play through the smart stuff either.
Yeah, they do.
No.
You can do it through Alexa. You can do it through Google now. You can do it on. You can get the app on Android
now, but before you couldn't. It was just strict.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They've been releasing stuff.
But what I'm saying is now Apple is probably following the same suit.
No, they have been doing this. The Apple Music stuff has been happening now for a while. What I'm saying is, if they're going to continue to distribute their services, now you can get the Apple TV app on your Samsung TV, on Vizio TVs, on Sony TVs.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you do that? As a business, why wouldn't you?
Well, there's no perks. There's no business perks that I'm aware of anyway of them putting it on TVs other than buying their Apple TV now. So what's that service called? What's their
Apple TV Plus?
Apple TV, yeah. Other than to just expand sales, but that was kind of the niche thing. My point is this: if you're going to infiltrate other markets and let other markets infiltrate you, like don't pick and choose. Either it's all encased, and if you want Apple, then you have to have Apple stuff. Otherwise, like so many people I hear, like they don't like HomePods because sure that sounds good, but they want to be able to use Spotify. Man, you just asked me the other day if you could use Spotify on the thing. And Spotify's really easy to use. Like Spotify with Alexa and Google Home.
I hate Spotify, though. I used to like Spotify, but I don't like it.
I do prefer Apple Music, but a lot of people use Spotify.
Right.
Go ahead.
I don't know. It's one of those things that it comes down to this. Like I've said to you before. If Apple is able to, as you would say, penetrate other companies.
Why'd you have to say it like that?
Because you know you like it.
Put a marker there.
If they're able to, and other companies allow that, then that's on them. Because if Apple doesn't allow other companies, well, then Apple doesn't allow other companies. The problem is that not the problem. Thing is, if the other companies are going to let them do it, then why not do it? Just because you're not allowing other companies, who cares? That's up to you, and that's up to them. They have the right to say no to you, just like you have the right to say no to them.
No, I think, and I might be misrepresenting my point. Like, how would you feel if they decided to allow macOS to be installed on any machine? So then, in essence, all that money you spent on that machine, it's basically a big F because...
because here's the thing. You can allow that, just like you can run a virtual machine and have Windows on Mac.
Yes, you can.
Or you can also have Windows and do a partition and have Windows on your Mac.
You can dual boot.
Right? Yeah. If you have Windows and they can try to run Mac, the problem is it's not going to run that good.
Yes, it will. If it's an Apple product, they're going to make it. That's like saying Apple Music doesn't run as well because it's on an Android phone.
Would Apple make it where that would run good?
Yeah, they would. Otherwise, what would be the point?
Here's the thing. Why would they do it?
Because if you're going to say we're going to open up macOS, if you're going to say we're going to open up macOS so it can run on an HP Pavilion, and they're going to have a crappy experience, but the objective goal would be let them install macOS on this machine so they can say now you love that. Now you get even better performance on here.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't make any sense to release a crappy version. Like that's a waste of time and money, and they're not going to get anything. The perk would be people buying Apple hardware. But it's an FU to the people who spent an astronomical amount of money to get access to macOS because that's always been their thing.
Mm-hmm.
My point is, like, where's the line? And as far as iMessage goes, one of the reasons people stick with iPhone is because of iMessage.
But here's the thing. Here's the other thing you got to think about, too. They can release the OS or the software to other platforms. Thing is, they're not going to have the stuff that's in what MacBooks come with. They're not going to get the same performance as you would if you had a MacBook. It might run smoothly, yeah. It might run fine. But you're not going to get the same performance like you would as a MacBook.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't.
You're not going to have the M.2 chip, or I'm sorry.
The M1. Yeah, that one.
M1 chip. You're not going to have the way that Apple is great with security features. You're not going to have this. You're not going to. There's a lot of things that, yeah, you can release the software, fine. But you're still missing out on this.
And if it wasn't until I saw this Linus video that just popped off, I would have agreed with you. But unfortunately, Linus released a video where they made a Hackintosh, a Hack Pro versus Apple's Mac Pro. And in all but like 2 tests, their machine that they built, running macOS, outperformed the Mac Pro and cost half the price. So no, it doesn't outperform it. Not on Intel chips. Intel's Intel. It's an instruction set thing.
I thought the M1 chips were out.
No, M1 is different. That's ARM. But right now, 90% of the Apple market is Intel.
Right.
And the M1 penetration, that's different.
That's fine. But now that the Mac is going to be switching to M1 chips.
Well, then you can't put it on those machines. You can't. You won't. It's like it's not physically possible to install without some kind of translation layer. But that's a whole other thing.
But I understand what you're saying. But I'm saying is for the people that, because they can release two. You can have your M1 chip on the Mac, but you can also release software for the ones that are compatible with Intel.
Yeah, no, and they will for a while, sure.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you is that people can get it on Windows or whatever. You're still not going to get that performance as if you had the M1.
It doesn't matter. It's good enough performance. It may, a lot of people don't need to render videos. Most people just go online. That's it. As long as it has good browser performance.
I have a thing that having a Mac is just it's an experience by itself.
Because of the operating system.
Not just the operating system, it's just having the Mac. To me, when I first got this, it wasn't me just thinking about the operating system. It was me thinking, I have a piece of Apple here. This is a MacBook that Apple made. Yeah, I spent a ton of money, but I have this from Apple. It's more important to me. I was looking as I have this laptop that's made like this compared to Windows. Yeah, you can spend a lot of money on Windows and have something like made of this metal slate or however you want to say it. Yeah. But to me, this is just an experience by itself. When you have a MacBook, not just the software, it's just MacBook in general.
So you're telling me if that thing, you got that exact same machine, but the only option you had was Windows, you'd still feel the same? No Mac OS, no nothing, only Windows. With all of its problems and all of its stuff, update failures, hard blue screens.
I probably would. You want to know why? Here's the thing. I'll say this honestly. I probably will because Kelly's brother has an HP laptop.
Yeah,
but his HP laptop is metal slate. I want it.
It's an HP? Was it a Spectre or something?
I forgot what it was really.
Is it really thin?
And it's not a Spectre.
Yeah.
I know that. But anyways, it's just. The way it, first of all, it's got my favorite color, which is black, and I can't wait till Mac goes to the black. But it's metal slate, so this is metal. This is metal. I wanted it because it's just how it felt. It was just.
It's like build quality. So a Razer laptop would be satisfying for you.
Exactly.
Well, in that case, I mean, if that's the preference, that's the preference. I can't argue with that.
I mean, granted, I love the software. I love OS. Of course I do. But it was just. The build quality. The quality of the build is just when you touch this, you're like, yeah, this is good.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's like if you went to Dell and got an XPS, you touch that, you're like, yeah, this is good. It's. I'm gonna
leave that uncensored. That was funny.
So that's how I feel. I
can't argue with that one.
What about you?
Sorry guys, that was a little bit of a tangent there.
I stand a little bit more on Dom's side with that, because. Like, personally, for me, I do love the look of the Mac, but Windows computers are catching up to it, and they're cheaper. And so I wouldn't buy this laptop if it didn't have OS on it. And to me, OS is the whole experience of why I have this laptop in the first place.
Well, yeah. And I see where you guys are coming from. Of course. But if like you said, if Windows had something like this, would I want it? Yeah. There's still
Which one would you prefer, though? Is my question. Let's say let's think of it this way.
That's fine. That's fair.
Yeah, two MacBooks, same one. Let's say we throw Windows on mine and on yours. Which one would you use?
I would do OS.
Huh?
That's a fair question. I would do OS. Because one thing.
I'm just messing with
you. But there's my theory.
You're not off the hook either, Manny.
My thing is that. OS, especially with how many times Windows comes, how many times do you have to update Windows? How many times do you have to hear about, well, there's a virus here and a virus there and you got to worry about it?
Yeah. I think 60% of all internet traffic is Windows updates actually now. I think I saw that somewhere.
How many times do you hear about malware with Apple products?
Not as often, but there's a reason.
I know there's times there you can catch malware. I'm not saying that's not possible. Yeah. But there is a certain amount of security when you buy these.
That's not quite what that is, though. Unfortunately.
No. What I'm saying is in my mind, it's a piece of. It's what is it? Piece of Go ahead.
The reason that Mac OS doesn't get hacked, it doesn't get infected with stuff as often is because Mac OS only owns like 8 or 9% of market share. So if you're going to make something that's going to take over hospitals and make you millions of dollars, it's not going to be macOS. It's going to be Windows.
Mm-hmm.
If macOS had a bigger market share, you're going to see that stuff pop out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even the most like elite of security groups, Apple spends so much money securing their iPhone so they don't get hacked. High schoolers do it. So it's not that people can't. There's just no purpose because there's no benefit. Like a virus is meant to make some either with you or make you profit in some way, shape, or form.
But there was a thing with if Apple does if they release their software to other like Windows and stuff like that, that means they're gonna have probably most likely have applications that will work like Microsoft Office will work with it.
It already works with.
No, but I'm saying that was just an example. Other things that businesses use will work with it.
No, it doesn't. The hardware doesn't matter. The hardware, technically speaking, if you install Windows on one of these machines, any of those Windows only software will work on this. That's an architecture thing. That has to do with a bunch of other like computer sciencey stuff. Like what matters is the processor's instruction set and what the thing is compiled for. So the application gets compiled for Windows with whatever C libraries, whatever freaking stuff. So it's meant to run in that environment. Stuff is compiled for macOS. The problem is that you can't just simply take the code and say compile it for both. You have to put in special instructions because there's like API calls and other stuff like that different environments do. So it's not quite straightforward. That's why you see frameworks like the Unreal Engine will let you make an Xbox game and a PlayStation game. Instruction sets are different, but it knows how to translate the stuff that you're doing into both. But that's a whole technical jargon.
What do you feel, Manny?
Yeah, you talk now.
What's the question?
The question is that if OS was on Windows, would you be upset? I know you don't use. Do you use a Mac?
I don't use a Mac.
Well,
Okay.
So I don't really have an opinion, really.
I'm sorry, Joe. Have them start with this one. What are your thoughts on just the Apple iMessage idea on Android?
I want it. No, I mean, okay. So I remember there was like a rumor like a while ago, and back when I was on Android, right? My first iPhone is an iPhone I currently have, the XS. And it's really the only reason I switched over is iMessage. I wanted to try iPhone and stuff, right? Everyone had iMessage. All my friends had it, so I was the odd one out. I was the green bubble, right?
Yeah.
And no, it was whatever. But I before switching over, there was a rumor that it was going to come for some reason.
Yeah.
And I think it was around the time they released Apple Music, because I remember there being they're bringing Apple Music over. You know, this is a proof that they're willing to play ball.
Yeah.
Right. So, but I think it should, you know, like I would rather iMessage be the go-to than WhatsApp or like Messenger or, you know, because like they already added you can set your own profile picture and it shows up on other people's phones, right? So like you essentially just make an Apple account or Apple ID or whatever, and then if they did it like that, where it could just replace WhatsApp, iMessage, and whatever other messaging stuff, I'd feel way better about that. You know,
I'm not gonna lie, the idea of replacing WhatsApp, because I hated this was a long time ago. People would say, just hit me on Facebook Messenger. No, just text me. I'm not gonna do any of that.
It won't replace WhatsApp.
I know it won't, but I wish it would.
Because
in that regard, maybe
unless
I could
Apple
make it.
Unless they make an app where WhatsApp I use to call my dad in the Philippines.
FaceTime.
He doesn't.
He would then.
You know, like everyone uses WhatsApp, like not in the U.S. essentially. So
right.
Like in Mexico, all my relatives use WhatsApp.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It used to be Viber, but now it's WhatsApp.
Wait a second. We talked about that before.
Yeah.
Viber. Oh, it was banned in China or something like that. That's what it was.
But my dad prefers WhatsApp. He goes, it's better than Viber. So that's when I switched.
Why not? Have you tried? Because he has Android, right?
Yeah.
Why not try? Have you tried the Duo, whatever it's called? It's Google's like FaceTime equivalent or something.
No.
It's like built in.
I know you can do Google Duo, but I haven't.
I like the Google voice chat stuff. We've done the meetings and anyway. Well,
it's one of those things that I would have to probably. I don't know if my dad has it or not, and I don't really want to sit there and
try to explain it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Well, okay, we went a little over, but I'll tell you what. Erin's messing with my foot here because she's telling me we're a little over. That's okay. She wants me to edit the end of the episode. I will. So.
What? No, I just noticed that you were within reaching distance.
Oh, you're just playing with my foot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just playing.
Maybe I'll cut. Maybe okay. Well,
come on, Manny. Let's play too.
I'm a good fan.
So I kind of want to end the show for a few minutes. See what you guys, you're kind of like what we're hoping to kind of see this year. It's New Year. I think it's going to be great tech and cool coming out. What, Joey? Go ahead. Say it. Say. Go ahead. Say some version of that. Son of a bitch. Aaron, you start. Yes, you start. Screw you, Manny.
So there are a couple things that I would like to see this year. One would be the obvious 16-inch M1 laptop. And then I highly doubt it's going to come out this year, but Elder Scrolls 6 might be a few.
It'll be an
years,
Xbox exclusive. Supposedly.
It's okay. I've played all the other ones on Xbox.
Fair enough.
I'm hoping for a Switch Pro. Hopefully that's true. Those rumors are true. That'd be dope. A 4K Switch. Oh, and Breath of the Wild 2. Probably.
Yes.
Odyssey 2. Like just good video games, you know.
Yeah.
I note on the Switch Pro. I think if they make a Switch Pro, that the build quality needs to be better because I'm not a fan of the build quality of the Switch,
especially the Joy-Cons.
Yeah. Do you think that they should be like more rigid, like a Switch Pro, make it more expensive, but like make it so it doesn't feel like? Because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, like the Switch feels like it's gonna fall apart any second.
Really, I thought it was really well built for what it is. I had the opposite thought essentially. I don't know because the rumors like going both ways right now. It could either be handheld or just like an at-home console, which would make sense because when you think about it, they have the Switch Lite, which is portable only. The middle tier one would be the Switch, which is hybrid, right?
Yeah.
And then they could honestly just make the Pro just a at-home box, or maybe just even a dock with the Thunderbolt.
Yeah, and then if you had a Switch, and this is totally something Nintendo would do, you could use your Switch or Switch Lite to like Wii U into that Switch, and then it's like their weird kind of sick ploy to say, see, the Wii U was a great console.
It's all full circle.
It's all full circle.
They released the Wii U again. The Wii U 2.
Yeah.
Just a ploy.
Honestly, I could see him doing something like that. And then we have Mr. Joseph.
We also have you. Don't forget when he gets done.
No, you go.
Joey first.
You.
No, I'd rather.
I have one thing, and that's it. You go first.
I'd rather have
No, you go.
I don't really have it.
You go.
I don't have it.
You don't have a single thing you're looking forward to this year. Not a single tech rumor, game, something you'd like to see, something you wish would happen, something you wish would go away.
Go away.
That face.
He's looking at me after I said go away, and he's got a big smile on his face. So,
yeah, you go first.
Why do you want me to go first? I want to go last.
Just go first. Give me time to think.
Okay. Well, now I actually technically only have two. I went from 1 to 2. Apple glasses. I want to see that. I think, and Aaron showed me a little concept, and I've seen other concepts of like what Apple glasses would be like. And if they can pull it off, it seems unreal, but let's presume they can pull it off to some capacity of what we've seen. I think that is going to be like kind of the next step in portable product. I think the watch was kind of check your heart rate and see that someone texted you and find your phone. Yeah. I really think that's what the Apple Watch is good, and good for working out. Otherwise, until it has like a way longer battery life, but that's neither here nor there. I think glasses would be kind of because you have to take your glasses off at night, so you can charge them. So as long as the goal is a full day, pop your glasses off, put them on the little stupid pad, and charge them, and then the next day it'd be cool to see, meetings, directions, and AR, all that kind of stuff if they can pull it off. The other thing is promotion on the iPhone. I say it every year. And every year they fail me.
USB-C, Touch ID.
Honestly,
I need those two.
Yeah,
well.
USB-C would be nice.
USB-C would be nice as long as it's an actual fast transfer speed, not like USB-C, but like 2.0 speeds. Because these are all these iPhones are 2.0. So it needs to be USB-C, but like a 3.0, 3.1, or preferably Thunderbolt. So you can transfer large video files. That would be awesome. But everybody's going cordless, so I think they're just going to completely cut the cord. But those are my two things. I would like that. Yes, Touch ID, and especially in the screen. But if I had to pick one, ProMotion. Give me ProMotion.
ProMotion?
Yeah, that's my number one.
I feel with everything that's gone on last year, Face ID was like nice. It's dope, right? It's awesome.
Yeah.
Just like Touch ID though, when I'm wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
instead of putting a 6-digit
Yeah.
pin.
Oh, you know what? And they may put a high level focus on that because of the whole mask thing. Because you're right.
Just iPad Air alone is just like proof that they have the tech, right? They just gotta shrink it down.
But I don't think they want to put it. I mean, again, Joey said the same thing. He had a conversation with somebody the other day, and he was saying that they could put it on the side.
Sony did that.
Sony
years
did that.
ago.
I would imagine, and they could. Apple could do it. And I'm not saying that they wouldn't do it. I don't think that they're going to want to go that direction because of this technology that exists. And I think
Maybe, dude, but like the shape of the iPhone 12, you have so much more space.
Yeah, you
now,
do.
You know,
you do.
And then like look at the design of the iPad Air. It has the iPhone 4 look to it.
Yeah,
you know, where it's like square.
And I was surprised to see that they put that on the iPad.
Yeah.
Didn't put that on the phone. They were released the same year with the same design. So, but we will see. We will see. And now we have.
Was that both of them?
Yep, those are my two things: ProMotion and Apple glasses,
Okay.
and more PS5s in stock for everybody else. Scalpers. Beep.
Joey,
Well,
all eyes on
we're
you.
waiting. All eyes on. Never mind. Sorry. Just Tupac.
I'm hoping for to have.
Okay, guys. So anyway, we're at the end of the episode. I'm really, really glad you guys tuned in. Manny, how'd you like the show? Did you enjoy the show?
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Well, maybe we'll see you next week.
Maybe.
I hope not.
Maybe he'll pull. Maybe he'll pull
Maybe.
Sam.
I hope so.
Oh, it's 2 weeks. Oh, it's 2 weeks away. I hope so too.
Do you live around here?
No.
I'm gonna find you and hit you with my car. Anyway,
guys. So glad you enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the show. Happy 2021, everybody. Again, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check us out on social media. Leave us a review, like, comment, subscribe, put 5 stars, leave a comment,
Share.
Yes, the share button. You know what? Okay, for anybody who's made it this video, I want to try something because I've been really around with the YouTube algorithm. I've been messing around with the YouTube algorithm a whole bunch. And I want to see what happens if we can get some shares on this. I want to see if YouTube promotes that more. So if you like the podcast and you want to help us out, throw out some shares. Really appreciate it. And as always, talk to you soon.
See ya.
BigDaddy.com.
Son of a bitch.
Bye.